The last thing we want is for our truck to end up like this, abandoned, unfinished, and rotting down. So let's set some goals. Let's make a plan. And that's really the secret to keeping on track with your restoration. Now, plans can change. There's nothing wrong with that. But you've got to start somewhere and with an outline. When you do, you're going to see it's a great way to make sure that you're making solid progress every step of the way. You've got to set a budget. Yes, you've got to have goals, but you have to have a realistic idea of what it is that you can afford. For instance, you want to throw in a hot cam. Well, keep this in mind. It's not just the cost of the camshaft. You've got your gaskets, all of your fluids, the time that it takes to disassemble everything, because you've got to get all of this stuff out of the way to put the cam in the first place. And a poorly installed cam can wipe out your engine. So make sure that if it's not something that you're familiar with, you've got a buddy that can help, that's got some qualified hands. So there's three parts to a budget. There's the money, there's the time, and there's the skill. Just think about it. Divide your project into sections to make it more organized and easier to follow. There are 4 main sections. 1, engine and drivetrain. 2, chassis and brakes. 3, interior. And 4, body and paint. Do a complete inspection on each section and take your time. Take a lot of photographs. And start a file on your computer or in your notebook for each section. That way you've got a quick reference anytime you need it. If you want, you can load photos into a computer and organize them, or print them off and keep them in a binder. Make notes. Make lots of notes before you disassemble anything. Again, use your notebook, computer, or even a phone app to keep track of little things that you're going to need to remember later on. Here's a tip. Remember to put a time and date on your notes. A computer does this automatically for you, but if you're writing things down, it's always fun to look back and see how far you've come once you've finished with the project and when you started. When you're ordering parts, order from one category at a time. That way your shipping information, invoices, and your packing slips will be easy to keep track of in the proper category. Then, once you're pretty sure you know what each category is going to cost, add them all up together. Then, add another 20% on top, because there's always going to be something to buy that you never expected, and that is just the reality. So you may as well be prepared for it on the front end. Keep this in mind. The little things add up big. Bolts, washers, small parts. So before you commit to buy, make sure you have a ballpark idea of what each section is going to cost you. There's nothing worse than unwelcome financial surprises, and nothing stalls a project easier than getting in over your head and past what you can afford. Along with all the notes that you take, make sure you've always got a current LMCTruck catalog and any manuals that they have for your vehicle. So now that we're ready, it's time to place an order with LMCTruck and get some parts on the way, get this thing started. If you've ever wondered what happens after you call in or order from the website, we took a trip up to headquarters to show you the process and what it takes to get your parts to your front door. It's pretty cool. Check this out. Every call-in gets you instant customer service in English or in Spanish at the designated Spanish language number. Your call pulls up a directory where you can either order a new catalog to be shipped to your door, or you can talk directly to an agent and place your order. Catalogs are constantly being updated to include the newest parts and information. They're warehoused in their own space and shipped to you immediately on request. And team members carefully sort and package new catalogs to make sure they're ready to ship to you. This is an agent. Agents can pull up part numbers with descriptions, technical notes, and availability right there on the spot. If you're having trouble with the part, you can also be helped by a technical support team member to help with any issues you might have. If you order from the website, the order gets processed online and immediately into the process of fulfillment. LMCTruck has the goal of having almost the entire inventory in stock, ready to ship, which means less waiting, faster shipping, and as quick of a turnaround as possible from the second you place your order to the moment it gets dropped off at your door. Matter of fact, LMC strives for a 48-hour turnaround on every order as a goal. But some larger parts might take a little longer due to the shipping and packaging needs. To do that requires a massive warehouse, and LMCTruck has that. Over 500,000 square feet of warehouse space in 2 locations within 2 miles of each other, with rows and rows of parts. Over 40,000 part numbers, each carefully weighed, measured, cataloged, and placed in a well-organized space where it can be instantly located and quickly processed with the rest of your order. Team members are trained for up to 90 days to learn how to properly pick, pack, and process your order. Once the order is pulled and printed, it gets inducted and placed into the hands of the next team of workers. This is a picker. There are dozens of pickers working simultaneously on all of the orders. These are motivated, highly trained team members that use a combination of high-tech equipment and good old-fashioned hard work. Each picker might handle upwards of 1,000 parts over the course of a shift. First, the order gets assigned to a tote that will go down the conveyor and hold all or most of the parts in that order. As it goes down the conveyor, scanning the barcode tells the picker what parts to pick and where they are located on the shelf so they can be placed into the tote en route on the conveyor. This computer-controlled process is extremely accurate and very time efficient. There's electronic eyes that read the barcodes and determine what route the tote takes on its trip down the conveyor route. This is a packer. There are many packers working simultaneously on different orders. Once a picked order gets here, the packer's responsibility is to make sure every single part listed on the order form is not only present, but it's in the right quantity and it's in perfect condition. The totes arrive at the packer, who scans the order back into the computer to verify the parts in the order and to keep things accurate. Then the packer finds the appropriate sized box and goes through the process of filling the order for shipping. This is where the training comes in. Knowing how to properly pack the order so the parts arrived undamaged takes judgment and experience. Large, fragile parts, such as windshields or glass parts, have unique ways of getting packed safely. Foam-lined customized packing, combined with individually placing the parts into these custom-made crates, ensures that pieces like windshields or large pieces of glass arrive at your destination undamaged. Once the order is packed and boxed, it gets placed on a conveyor and sent to the computer-controlled weigh station that scans, weighs, and designates the rest of the shipping details as it heads towards the loading docks. At the loading docks, your order gets carefully loaded onto trucks that are routed to distribution centers for the shipping company. There, they'll get transferred into a system and sent to their final destination, which is your place. Before any part makes it into the LMCTruck catalog, the skilled R&D team test and retest every single new product against original parts to ensure that you get the highest quality and best fitting parts for your vehicle. LMC is constantly researching and adding new parts to help you with your truck projects, and the R&D department makes sure you get the highest quality and best fitting products on the market. But LMCTruck doesn't only ship parts. They have 2 showrooms where you can stop by and pick up any part from their catalog at a discounted price. The showroom staff are knowledgeable and ready to help with your project. So next time you order from LMCTruck, remember they've got 30 years of restoration experience and an amazing inventory of parts to help you restore or maintain your pride and joy. So now you know a little bit more about the care and attention that your parts order gets. And one more reason that LMCTruck is a great company to have as a partner in your restoration. It's simple. They care about you because they are you. For me, it's time to find out a whole lot more about the heart of our project, which is a 350 engine with a lot of miles on it.